Hi everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and we are doing our June love and life monthly readings for all 12 astrological signs. And we will be using the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. I probably will also be starting out with the Dear Heart Oracle and then wrapping up with the Romance Angels Oracle and the Abundance Angels Oracle. I decided to add those two last ones because I think it'll make for a more complete reading, even though it may add a couple of minutes to the readings. I think it'll still make it for a more complete reading. So we'll see how it goes. Every month I'm kind of playing it by ear, seeing how it all works out and tweaking it as I need to and see fit. So we'll see how this one goes. And of course, this is a general reading. It is going over the general energies that are affecting this segment of the population, whether it's, Aries to Aquarius. But if you want a more specific reading for a specific situation that you're going through individually, head on over to abundantlifetarot.com and check out the book or reading section for different reading options, or go to my Etsy store at Abundant Life Shop. And I have a whole selection smorgasbord, if you will, of different readings that you can pick that would suit, any budget, any need as far as what you need to get from a reading. So that's just, just to put it out there, because I know some people are like, oh, well, you didn't predict this and this and this and that. And there's only so much time that I can take of yours, right, and of mine for this reading. So, and I'm speaking to anyone who may be watching it. So just have to say that. But anyways, I also want to thank you all so much for watching. Sit back, enjoy, and much love this June for all of you, and wishing you so much big abundance and joy for the summer or winter to come, whichever it may be. Thanks for watching. Hello, Aries. This is your June Life and Love and Abundance reading, and this is your general monthly astro reading, and it will again be with the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle as the main course. But first we will start out with an appetizer of the Dear Heart Oracle, and then I'm going to get a couple of additional cards from the Romance Angels Oracle deck, because I wanted to get that added on, and then we're going to add on the Abundance Angels Oracle deck. So we'll go ahead and include those this time around in this month's reading. So let's get started here. All right, Spirit, we are looking at the overall overarching energies and theme for the month of, I don't want too many cards. We're looking at the overall energies that Aries will be working with and working through in the month of June. All right, so 3 cards still wanted to jump, but that's okay. So the first card that jumped twice was Illumination. So there's going to be some things that are going to be illuminated to you and being awakened to you this month, Aries. That is a good thing, because sometimes being in the dark over certain situations and in certain ways, it's just not very healthy. So in this instance, in the month of June, you'll be finding that things will be coming to light, so to speak. There's a sense here that there's protection going on, whether it's either too much protection or overprotection, or a sense that you need to protect more. We'll look more into the other cards as to why this card is coming up. It's usually when this card comes up, it could be one or the other. If you look carefully here, you'll see how the heart is crystallizing and hardening at the bottom. That could either be a call to harden and protect yourself from harm, or it could be that you have overprotected yourself too much and now you are blocking out potential blessings from lovers. And then wisdom. This month, you will be called to tap into your higher wisdom and your inner wisdom, and you will be led to know what to do in terms of how to deal with this protection energy that's in your world right now. Things will be illuminated. You'll probably need to protect yourself in light of what's come about, and you will have the wisdom to navigate the situation. So we'll take a closer look at those energies, but these are the overarching energies for the month of Aries, or excuse me, sorry, long day, for the month of June for our lovely Aries. All right, so now I want to look at the Mildred Payne. So we're going to look at, what do Aries need to confront in the month of June? We will have a row of anywhere from 3 to 5 cards per row. And what does Aries need to confront in the month of June? Oops. Okay. What tools can Aries use in the month of June to help them manifest what they are trying to manifest in life and love? Any other cards? Okay. Okay. And then finally, what is the outcome cards, or what will be happening during the month of June for Aries, both in life and love and abundance? Okay, and then just for good measure, we're going to just go ahead and pull the cards now for the romance angel spirit. For a couple that have been singled, Aries, for the month of June, what advice do you have, or what's happening in the month of June for our Aries folks, whether they're a couple or single? Let's have 1 or 2 cards. Any other messages? Okay. And then finally, let's pull an abundance card. How can Aries attract more abundance, or being more in alignment with their abundance track? Oh, shuffle. Okay. All right, so let's dig into this lovely reading. So the first card that came up is Cat. Okay, so when I'm looking at the whole entire picture of the energies of the month, there's going to be some ups and downs, but mostly moving you in the direction that you're trying to go. In terms of the Cat card, we see here that the Cat is about resurrection, somebody coming back into your life, something coming up again, maybe whether it's at work or maybe it's in your personal love life, something is coming back again. This also it could represent you yourself as an independent person. It also, with cats have a good sense of intuition. So it's, this could be you in a position where you're now really having to rely on your intuition. And this is also, it could kind of indicate to some extent a little bit of misfortune for some Aries, but not entirely everyone. As far as like the cards that are accompanying it, yes, there may be some misfortune that may be coming to some people, but it will help you. You'll become more grounded as a result of having to deal with certain things that you're going to have to deal with this coming month. So with regards to that, that may be something that you'll be facing, really having to listen to your intuition this coming month to navigate a certain situation where it is causing you or calling you to be in protection mode. Whereas I thought perhaps it may be that you're being in an overprotective mode. This may be saying use wisdom and protect your heart this month, Aries. Maybe from someone who may not have your best interests at heart, or perhaps it could be at work matters where you just need to kind of pull within, go within, and stick to yourself for a little bit. Then we have 31 for tree. So for the month of June, there's strong growth happening wherever you're really thinking about or really focusing on this month. Whether it's in the love area, there could be strong growth. There could be dates blossoming and growing up for some who are single. There could be more connected, getting more grounded in a relationship, setting down roots with a partner, really moving, seeing some actual marked growth in your life in this month. And that's a beautiful thing. Also with the tree, it is about stability, and it's also about reaching new heights in your relationships, new heights in your job, in your work that you do, new heights in your hobbies and interests. So there is some highs, and like I said, highs and lows, things being illuminated that are coming to light, but you'll be able to navigate it just fine. We also see the shovel card. With the shovel card, you'll be having to dig up some things. Like I said, there's going to be something that's coming up again and again this month, and you're finally ready to dig and get down to the bottom of it and deal with this issue so that it never has to resurrect or come up about again. And you'll have the tools to be able to do it, but it's not going to necessarily be easy, and you're not going to always have willing participants in your life that are going to want to do that, but you're just going to have to, basically, like they say, roll up your shirt, your sleeves, and get to digging, get to the bottom of things with a particular person. It could be a loved one, it could be a boss, it could be a relative, a good friend, but it's going to have to be some clearing and airing out, and then a moment of retreat and pulling back. And we'll talk more about the love stuff in a moment. And then we have the last thing that you'll be confronting in the month of June is 42 for the cauldron. The cauldron is about fertility. It is magical combinations, and it is also about experimentation. Some of you will actually be literally falling pregnant, so you will have to have a heart-to-heart conversation, whether it's with a spouse or with someone that you're not in a committed relationship with. You will be having to share that news. It says, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. For some of you, this is a fertility of things really blossoming and finally growing after experimenting with your schedule, after experimenting with trying new things and doing new things and pushing yourself forward. Things are now starting to cook and boil up and really start to get going. So again, yeah, you may be having highs and lows this month, Aries. The things that you finally have been, trying to manifest is really starting to boil and get cooking and moving in the right direction. So that's a very good thing. Again, with the, cauldron card, it's about experimentation. So this card is also an invitation for you that June is a good time for you to really, if you're like a business owner, to explore, experimenting, taking risks, taking a chance, putting yourself out there. If you're trying to date, you should consider taking this time to do it. It is a good time to do it. So yeah, definitely for some people, they will be having some heart-to-heart conversations about a new addition that will be coming to the family. And then also, as far as heart-to-heart conversations about maybe it's something coming to light, the protection having to happen, and then having wise heart-to-heart conversations and honestly discussing your feelings with one another. And that will be taking place in the month of June for many of you. What tools you can use and utilize. We have the stump card. With the stump card, it's something ending prematurely. It's also represents resistance. And one tool that you may be employing this month is it may indicate the need to extract yourself from a certain situation, which is what I think is the meaning for you this month, Aries. One of your tools that you will be relying on and need to rely on is pulling yourself out of a situation, whether it's amongst mutual friends with someone, whether it's you and an ex or you and a coworker, and you're kind of in the situation, kind of not in the situation. It is time to pull yourself out of it and set up a boundary and a wall to protect yourself, because you don't need to get involved. You need to be the wise head, the level head, the cool head in the situation, and just pull back. So that would be the tool advice that you have for the month of June, Aries. And again, this is supported by the card Retreat. Retreat. It is time to disconnect from the world. It is time to pull back. Especially, I get a sense, because this is the Romance Angels card, this is really dealing with matters of the heart, heart-to-heart conversations, friendships, love relationships, matters of the heart. It could also very well speak to business matters or familial matters, but I really, get a sense that for many Aries, it's dealing with the matters of the heart. Some of you singles are going to have, in the beginning of the month, you're going to be dating, putting yourself out there, but towards the middle to the end, retreating, pulling back, really restoring your energies, and really kind of recalibrating and kind of just assessing what kind of partner you're really trying to attract, and also looking at what kind of love life you're trying to manifest. So much of what we try to manifest is what we're looking at, what other people are doing, versus really looking at what it is that we're truly wanting for our own personal life. So many single Aries will be assessing in the month of June. And that's not a bad thing. For coupled up Aries, this is a call to maybe have a weekend getaway. Really try to incorporate that in the month of June with your partner and have some heart-to-heart conversations. Even if things are all good in your relationship, things could be better, and you could goal plan together as you're on your little getaway. Make the time, use the wisdom to make sure that your relationship is solid, because that's what keeps the relationship going. And then number 7 is the Tooth. And the Tooth card typically deals with losing something that feels permanent. And since this is in the position of Tool, it's also representative of an illness and a difficult separation, but a separation nevertheless. Sometimes, with the Tooth, it's being pulled prematurely and you felt like this was going to be a fixed situation. For some of you, you're going to be having breakups with your partner and retreating from the relationship. Some of you will have actual divorce proceedings starting or actual divorce paperwork sent, and it's now becoming official that it's going to be a separation, and it felt premature for you. It felt premature for your partner, but it is necessary. So you're just using the tools around you to get that separation going for some of you, while others are, ending jobs. Others are moving different work departments. Others are starting, or, maybe starting to hang out with new friends. So, but it's all good in the grand scheme of things, right? It's all good in the grand scheme of things, because we have 32, the ladder. That is about ascension, moving up, stepping up in life, getting high achievements. But since we are talking about this being a tool, it is about taking a moment to step up to a higher rung for a moment. Look around, assess where you're at, look up the rungs, see if this is where you're trying to go, or if you need to go down and maybe go and get on another ladder. This is that time to do that, to retreat and to reassess where you've been and where you're trying to go. And once you do that, you will have clear success, because you will now say, okay, I see my path clearly now. I see where where my passions lie and where I'm trying to go. And so I'm moving up. I'm going to continue to move up. But it takes sometimes a moment to really take a moment as you're sitting on one rung on the ladder and looking around, looking up, looking down, and seeing how far you've come and where you're trying to go. And then finally, 37 is pentagram. And pentagram is about humanity. It's about maintaining your humanity during this time. Sometimes you may find you're frustrated with your coworkers, or you're frustrated with your partner, or you're frustrated with people that you're driving alongside with and on the roads. You're frustrated with teachers and the police, and it could go on and on and on. But you maintain your humanity. This is a tool that we all need to employ during this difficult time of transition for all of us. It is a time to keep our humanity intact as best we can. This is also about material gain, but like pulling up your resources. If you're trying to get a project completed, really taking a step for a moment and saying, who can help me? And then also with the pentagram, it's the sum of a lifetime of choices. So really, again, assessing is a tool for you this month. Taking pause and assessing what's going on in your life. Failure to do that could result in some pain points that you don't need to have, Aries, if you just follow the advice. Finally, the outcome card is 17 for fire. We have fire. And so as a result of all this going on in the month of June, you are going to now manifest your pursuits and passions. They are now a little flicker is now turning into a flame. This is a symbol of your creativity. This also, though, could, if you don't do those, suggestions that are being offered earlier in the reading, you could have a situation where you're having over-consuming emotions, and things kind of falling apart and destroying, under the weight of fire and fury emotions because they're not properly expended. When we are pursuing our passions or being creative, what happens is that fire that's supposed to be burning for our creativity starts to destroy other things in our life. Whether those are things that we want in our life or not, it starts to destroy relationships. It starts to destroy our motivation. We don't live in full color and in full life, illuminated. We live dully. Well, this card is saying no. As a result of all of this going on, finally you will be seeing the connection, the importance of pursuing your creative pursuits and actually having some results come of that. 46 is the umbrella card, protection from something beyond control. So again, This card is confirmation to this card, where it's not a situation of overprotection, it's a situation where you need protection. And so you will be, as a result of extracting yourself and maybe speaking to a friend or speaking to someone, a counselor or someone who is giving you guidance, you feel protected. You feel a little bit safe and with sanctuary from this situation. 28 is house. Some of you will actually physically be moving house, moving in the month of June. Some of you will be nesting and making your house a home, while others, this actually represents your own personal identity, really coming into your own this month. It also represents stability. There's been a lot of cards coming up this month for you about trying to build a safe haven, a safe place, a place of stability. And this card suggests that you will do that. You will have that once you've done the heart-to-heart conversations, once you've retreated for a while, you will have set up boundaries and you will have created a foundation that's going to carry you forward through months and months to come. This is the Wall card. It could represent obstacles that may be coming towards the end of the month for you, Aries. It also represents the finality of the separation for some of you who will be actually ending relationships. But it also represents for many of you protection. Again, this card is coming up as another card confirming protect yourself, maintain boundaries at work, maintain boundaries at home, boundaries. Put that on a sticky note in your bathroom in the morning so you can look at it. Super, uber important. Let's take a look here at the abundance cards to close out the reading. We have declutter. You'll feel better and more focused if you'll take the time to clear away clutter from your living and workspace. Donate what you can to help others who may need your items. Be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. So again, retreat, pull back. Stop filling your calendar up, Aries. You tend to do that. This month, you're called to kind of slow down, get into the dog days of summer and declutter your schedule, your home life, your work life, so that way you can get clear about what is important in your life. And then finally, deservingness. You are a beloved child of God like everyone else, and you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Even if you can't yet recognize your lovable qualities, trust that God and the angels can see how amazing you truly are. So just remember how deserving you are, and that you are worthy of having some time to yourself to get clear about what it is that you want for your love life, your work life, your family life. It is time to get clear this month and relax and have a little fun. There will be some emotional stuff coming up, Aries, but nothing that you can't get through. Much love, many blessings. Thank you so much for watching. Again, this is a general reading, and if you want something more specific to what's going on in your life, check out my website, and that link is in the description box. All right, take care. Bye. Hello, Taurus. This is your June Life, Love, and Abundance reading, your monthly reading, and I'm happy to be doing this reading for you. So let's just get right to it. First up, we're going to look at the overall overarching energies that you'll be working with and working through for the month of June. Just like last month, we will be using the Mildred Payne as the main course as opposed to a tarot deck. We'll see if I'll do that same format for next month. I don't know yet. I'm going to probably change it up, but we'll see. Any other messages, Spirit? Nice. All right, lovely Tauruses. So this month we have illumination, we have manifest, and we have gratitude. So these are the overarching energies that you will be working with and working through in the month of June, which is nice. There will be things that are illuminated in your life that was once dark and unclear, now very clear, and it's made way for things manifesting for you, things opening up for you, new blessings coming. And we know this to be true because the gratitude card is here. Not to say that if negative things came up, that you couldn't be grateful for that too, but I get an overall sense that that because certain things are illuminated in your life, maybe certain projects that are now finally seeing the light of day, finally getting the attention of others, is now starting to fuel the fire again for you, and things are starting to jump off, and you're feeling big gratitude this month as your projects start to wind down and come to completion, as your relationships start to move into a 9 and 10 of Pentacles or 10 of Cups energy, where you feeling like the complete wholeness going on. You have a lot to be grateful for in the month of June. And I get it's mostly because of positive influences, not so much what we would call negative or not so pleasant influences. All right, so let's speak to the Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle. We're going to do a 3-row spread with about anywhere from 3 to 5 cards per row. And we're going to look at the overall month of June, or whenever you're watching this video. This is also for love, and this is for our coupled up and single Tauruses when we get to the love part. So Spirit, the first question is, what do Tauruses need to confront in the month of June? What will they be confronting, facing, dealing with? What's going on for Tauruses in next month that they'll be facing? Oh, nice. I like when it just kind of, again, like some illumination going on. Nice. Okay. What tools can Tauruses use during the month of June to manifest a life of ease and flow? Not that many, Spirit. Thank you. Ease and flow. What tools? And finally, what's going to happen for Tauruses? What is the outcome cards for the month of June? What will Tauruses be taking with them from the month of June? You're going to have an interesting reading, I can tell. I like it. Okay. Oh, I can't wait to dive into this. And then while we're at it, we're just going to go ahead and pull for the romance angels. I decided to bring that on back to our reading, Spirit. In the love area, What advice do you have for Taurus, for the couple and single? What advice do you have? Any other messages? Thank you. Okay. And then Spirit for abundance. How can Taurus bring more abundance, or will they have more abundance next for June? Okay. Thank you. Okay, let's get right on into this reading. So, the first thing that we see here that you'll be confronting in the month of June is the 44 card. We have Octopus. You're going to be feeling pulled in so many different directions in the beginning of the month and towards the middle part of the month. And perhaps for some of you, the entire month, you're just feeling like, wow, how many more arms can I grow to be able to get through everything I need to get through? Some of you are going to be facing people who are showing their greedy sides to you, or showing their unpleasant sides and kind of entangling you in some mess, if you will. And you are just like at a point where you're like, I just want to like detangle myself from all of this. You are finding yourself having to multitask even more so than you normally do this coming month. But as a result of that, you are becoming more agile and more able to navigate these tough time challenges. So that's cool. And what's interesting, that's right below the octopus in the position of what tools can you use? It's 54, which is the B card. And for the B card, it's all about hard work and productivity, taking action on a project, good communication with your peers and social interactions. So you're already doing that, but this is probably calling you to be a little more effective at doing that. Maybe you're not as effective as you could be. And we'll explore that more when we get to this row. Sometimes I kind of look and see if there's something that's calling to me that's speaking to another card here. So yeah, it's quite interesting. So then we have number 10. We have knowledge, vigilance, honesty, and bearing witness. So, like I said, there's going to be something that's illuminated and that comes to light. Either it's your projects that are coming to light, or it's some news to you that you didn't know before that's coming to light. And now it's here. And now you can see it. And now you see it for what it is. Some of you are seeing people for who they really are. And because of that illumination, you're able to now make a more informed choice about that person, or about this situation, or about this potential job or potential opportunity, which is great because sometimes it's not so clear. And in May, it wasn't so clear. But now moving forward, you now feel confident about this particular situation that you've been pondering. And then we have the bell. This is number 38. And the bell, again, is about an awakening, an illumination happening, right? A beginning or an end of some important event. It also could be a warning. But I get a sense, just like I was speaking to you before, about you're now at the 9 or 10 of Cups or 10 of Pentacles season, where things are coming to an end in your life. Projects are starting to come down to a close. There's a season for that now for you. Kind of enjoy that rest. So you may be able to birth new projects, or while you're resting, you're able to really appreciate and relish how far you've come and what you've accomplished, and really take stock of that. We have 48 for trumpet, spiritual vibrations, communication with the departed, and again, another awakening card. That's why I said I just get a sense that what's illuminated is not something necessarily bad or good per se. It's not anything we can judge. It just is. And whatever that is illuminated to you in June, Taurus, that which comes to be, whether it's like through message from a friend, through an email, through a dream, whatever it is, know that you've now received the guidance that you needed to make a decision. And you've already pondered what that decision is to choose from. So there you go. Some tools, like we mentioned before, the B, it's about being a little bit more effective in how you use your time and manage your time. That's what's speaking to me with this card. Even though you've been pulled in so many different directions, sometimes you probably need to delegate, as the Queen Bee would do. The bee is very hardworking and produces and takes action. This is a time for you to take action on some of your big projects or your big passion projects. You may have been putting them on the back burner, and now it's time to get back on the swing of things with that. So yeah, with the bee, it's just, I get a sense that it's time to really just analyze for a moment. Is your processes that you've got going on in your life or in your business life really serving you right now? Or could they be tweaked to make it where you're not feeling so taxed and so pulled in so many directions? Could you be better? Is there a more efficient use of your time in your business or work dealings? Then we have 5 for boy. Little boy, stay playful, stay curious this coming month, and, stay enthusiastic. And this card could also represent, there could be a male figure that's in your life, whether it's a spouse, a boss, a partner, a colleague. Someone is going to be giving you some good insight, some good guidance, maybe some help and important critique on projects you're working on. But listen to their words. And remember, as a whole, like when we see the little boy card, we also are called to stay playful, stay enthusiastic about things, keep up our, motivation. When we keep up our motivation, we keep up our momentum in moving in the direction we're trying to go. I find this an interesting card that comes up for a tool card. Number 16, storm. It represents turbulent times, danger, and troubled emotions. What I get a sense of is Spirit is advising you to manage. Yes, there will be stormy times that come up in your life. Yes, there will be times when you're frustrated and you just want to storm but it's time to temper your emotions. And we know this to be true because we have the antidote card next to this card, next to the storm card. And it's time to say, you know what? This storm, this too shall pass. This will move on. I don't need to blow my top, be like a lightning bolt and light up everything and everyone in my path. I can actually have control, but yet still weather that storm. I love the antidote card. It says a welcome remedy to a toxic problem, a cure, a balancing force against negativity. There's going to be times when there's going to be people that in your past come up, or old friends, or maybe colleagues at work that have been a little negative and it's been bringing you down. Well, there's an antidote for that. Something or someone, maybe it's a male boss. Someone's going to come in and kind of soothe that situation, whatever that may be. And it's going to, and then this card for some of you is saying, hey, act up, be stormy. While some of you tend to already be stormy as is, and that's the impression I get for many Tauruses, is that you need to simmer down. Some of you are called to actually crank that storm up and light people on fire, and let them know you mean business. But again, there's a welcome remedy to coming, and perhaps this could be speaking to your love life. We'll take a closer look when we get to these oracle cards. And then the outcome card, we have the fetus, new beginnings, right? Developing possibilities, and of course, with new possibilities, with new beginnings comes new responsibilities. So as things come to a close in your life, you will find that new beginnings are naturally happening as you enter your summer month, if you're in the northern hemisphere. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, then of course you are also perhaps going through some transition, some change, and also going through some endings and now new beginnings. Where are those new beginnings? Is it in your love life? Is it in your work house? For some of you, it is in your love life, as we see supported by the getting to know each other card and the let your friends help you, as far as your love life goes. So I get a sense that many of you, this is pertaining to new beginnings in your love life, or new beginnings in a new level in your love life, in your relationship with someone. I also get a sense that maybe some of you are having projects come to an end, at the end of June, and you are now at the opportunity stage for a new beginning. It's quite beautiful. Then you have 62 for pitchfork. Pitchfork as an outcome card is about rebellion, being an individual, a violent uprising, and conflict. So there is something going on there's a situation going on. There's some conflicts going on that you're going to be tested, and either some of you are called to flare up and be a stormy moment in someone's life, and some of you are called to be you may have thought or threatened to be like this massive thunderstorm. You turn out to be a sprinkle storm. You know what I mean? It's just like how you approach a situation now. So yes, there may be some conflicts going on, but I really get a sense that if you utilize the tools that are up here in this row, you'll be fine. If you utilize the B, you won't be so stressed out towards the middle and end of the month. So you'll be able to really have a clear mind on how to handle your emotions when confronted, and then how to deal with the situation beautifully and with as minimal of casualties as possible. 32, as a result of that, towards the middle and end of the month, you're going to have ascension. You're going to be climbing up the ladder of success at work, climbing up the ladder of success in completion of projects, and climbing, in love, and just really going up and moving forward in your life. And this is a good time for you. Some of you maybe stepping up in life in terms of moving to a better living situation for yourself, while others stepping up in your relationship, going a little deeper, getting to know each other a little deeper. It truly is a beautiful time for you, Taurus. It's just a beautiful time. 37 is pentagram. Pentagram is about humanity, material gains, which is nice, and the sum of a lifetime of choices is what it says in its little guide here. But I get a sense that you are going to have a lot to be grateful for in the month of June. No doubt about it. let's look at the declutter card here that's sitting to the side, your abundance card. It says you'll feel better and more focused if you'll take the time to clear away clutter from your living and workspace. Donate what you can to help others who may need your items. Be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. That's so powerful. Oh my gosh, Taurus, powerful. Because this is speaking to this, to speaking to this, to speaking to this, and then to speaking to this. So it's like going down a row here. Decluttering your schedule, decluttering your desk, decluttering your work life, your home life, your business. And as a result, first you were feeling like this, pulled in a gazillion different directions, right? Now you've got a strategy. You're becoming more efficient, maybe even working with a virtual personal assistant or something. And then you have new beginnings, new opportunities that you weren't able to really see until you cleared some space, until you decluttered. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome. And it's quickly manifesting for you now. You are ramping up your manifestational powers. It's beautiful. Let's finally take a look at the love area here. Getting to know each other is what this card says. It says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And then let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So I get a sense that since we're talking about love, that for our coupled up folks, you are deepening and having more of an ascension up into a more strong relationship. You're getting to know each other. You're being more authentic with one another. And it's becoming a little easier to reveal certain aspects of yourself to your partner. Whereas before you may not have been able to do that, or maybe your partner wasn't willing to do it, but now both of you are in a place where you are able to be on the same vibration and you both are moving in the same direction. It's a wonderful time for you. And we know there's confirmation of that with the ladder card. And then for our single Tauruses, let your friends help you. Don't be afraid to ask for friends, to say, hey, don't, keep me in mind if you ever meet an eligible person, who may want to go out with me. Or if your friends are always saying, hey, I know this perfect person for you, don't keep turning them down. Take them up on their offer. Or if they want to just hang out with you, if your friends just want to hang out with you, go out and hang out with them. You never know where your potential mate may be. They very well could be at the next time you are hanging out with your friends. So let your friends help you. Also, this card represents your friends may have some additional insights. For those who are in actual relationships, they may have insight into your relationship from an outside perspective. Just know that if you do ask for your friends' help and they give you their opinion or their help, then hey, you asked for it, receive it. Receive what you wish to receive and then gently leave what it is that you don't want to take in on the table. But you don't even need to let them know what it is you're leaving and taking away. Be grateful for what it is that they share with you. That way you are blessed and they are blessed and you all are able to move forward in a beautiful way. Wow. What a nice month, Taurus. It's such a pleasure doing this reading for you. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want something a little bit more personal in depth for your own personal life, hop on over to my website, abundantlifetarot.com, or check out my Etsy store, Abundant Life Shop, where I have a whole litany of readings that you can choose from for, getting more deep into what's going on. So thank you all so much. Much love. See you all soon. Bye. Hello, Geminis. This is your June life, love, and abundance reading, or whenever you happen to be watching this video. And we are looking at your month-long energies that you'll be working with and working through. So let's just dive right on in. Just like last month, we used the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle as our main entree. But we're going to first start off with a little appetizer with the Dear Heart Oracle. And then I have brought in the Romance Angels Oracle and the Abundance Angels. So we've added a couple because I wanted to go a little bit further into the love portions of the readings and a little bit further into the abundance portion. So let's go on with it. But I'm going to set my little Mildred Payne to the side. All right, Spirit. What are the energies that our lovely Geminis will be working through, facing, and dealing with in the month of May? What will be the energies, the overarching energies for Gemini? What are those overarching energies for Gemini for June? Many of you will be having birthdays in the beginning of June. Okay, that's 3. That's enough. All right, so we have growth, balance. I need to bring some balance, and conflict. And then conflict could be anywhere from internal conflict that's going on with yourself to external, to outside conflicts. But the overarching energies that I'm getting is a strong sense of growth for you, both, emotionally. Perhaps you physically accomplished some things that you didn't think you were going to accomplish. In June, you're finally starting to see the hard work paying off. You are having growth in terms of maybe some emotion, like financial and emotional success. So there's been some growth happening. This card, whenever I see the balance card, it's either signifying that, yes, you will have a strong sense of balance in the month of June. But for some people, this could be a call to bring more balance into your life, because you will be facing conflicts. And so how you deal with those conflicts is by remaining as balanced and as neutral as you can be in your own body, in your own skin. This could be signifying that there is a deficit of balance in your life, so you need to work on that. But many of you, this could be advice, dealing with these energies. But as time comes to pass in June, you will start to get a greater sense of balance and things will start to settle down for you. The conflict card, like I said, came up. So we'll explore a little bit as to why this card is coming up. I'm sure the Mildred Payne or perhaps the other oracles will speak a little bit more about what's going on with that. All right, so speaking of the Mildred Payne, so we're going to do 3 rows with about anywhere from 3 to 5 cards per row. First question we're going to ask Spirit is, what do Geminis need to confront or face or deal with in the month of June? What will they be facing? What will they be confronting? Okay. Okay. All right, Spirit, what tools can Geminis use to help them reach their goals or to navigate sticky situations in the month of June? What tools can Geminis use in life and love And what is the outcome? What will happen in the month of June? What's going to happen? What's coming to Geminis? And what's happening as a result of using these tools? Okay. I love doing these readings for you guys because this is how I get to know my decks. It's so much fun. All right, so let's take a look here. I think I'm going to also pull the cards for the romance. For our singles and coupled up Gemini spirit, what advice do you have, or what will be coming to them in love? What's coming to Geminis? Chemistry. And love yourself first. Nice. And then finally, let's get an abundance card on the table. Spirit, how can Geminis bring more abundance into their life in the month of June? Okay. It's a lot to say. These kind of tumbled out, and I don't know if they jumped or if they just tumbled because of them getting sleepy or what. But we'll go with it because you can never have too much abundance advice, in my opinion. All right, so when we look at what's going on or what you're confronting, Geminis, we have the eye card that comes up here. You are going to be seeing things, maybe feeling some notions, some like gut feelings. You're going to have some kind of higher inner knowledge. Many of you who are watching also have the gift of maybe being a reader, or maybe you're psychic. So this month for June, there's going to be a heightened sense of being connected to knowledge that you otherwise would not be connected to, if that makes any sense. Like, so for example, some information that you may not have been privy to, maybe your bosses were keeping that information away from you, but somehow you get an intuitive hit and you just know, and you know what to say in those circumstances. So you're going to be finding yourself seeing things, you're going to be witnessing things, some things that you may not want to witness. And we see the rat that's underneath the eye. Maybe something is coming to light and it's going to cause some conflict with maybe you or a friend, or you or a lover, or you or a coworker or something. There's going to be something that you actually witness and it doesn't sit necessarily well with you. You feel like you have to be honest about what you're seeing, but you don't want to come across as a rat. Should you rat someone out? It's like the question of the season, or the question of the month, because of what you're seeing. This could very well cause conflict, as many of you will just go ahead and say what you've seen. You share this information. You rat this other person out, and therefore it causes conflict. For some of you, you struggle with inner conflict because you're seeing some things going on and it's eating away at you because you don't want to be a rat. You don't want to rat the person out. So you don't. So there's like, for some of you, there's like a definite, I'm going to rat them out. I mean, that's the Gemini. Like, some of you are going to go right full throttle and rat someone out. And other people are, other Geminis are going to be like, nope, I'm going to keep to myself, but it's going to cause some inner turmoil for you. Then we have the umbrella card, 46. And with 46, it says here, it's like protection from something beyond control. Sanctuary could be a bad omen. Sanctuary, perhaps from, maybe the conflict, maybe sanctuary from seeing what you've seen, and now you need some protection. So you'll find yourself in ways of going in protection mode in the month of June, kind of pulling a little bit within, maybe only hanging out with one close friend or with only family, kind of sheltering yourself from the rain and conflict, kind of trying to extricate yourself from a certain situation. And it's because it's near that eye and that rat situation, I get a sense that it's telling me those people who are like, you know what, I'm just going to kind of hide out. I'm not going to say anything. The umbrella card seems to confirm that, you know. So there you have that. The 21 card is the key. And with key, we have here, it says freedom or imprisonment, resolving a mystery, keeping something safe. Keeping something safe. It's near the house key. So for some of you, you may be actually moving house, literally moving house, getting a key to your new home, your new apartment, your new dwelling. You are moving. So amidst, you know, what you're going through emotionally, you are actually moving house. While others of you, again, this card could still be speaking about the situation that's going to be happening in June. Keeping a secret under lock and key, but it could cause conflict between who you're keeping the secret for and yourself, or it could later cause conflict to the person that you really should have told, as you feel. So you have the key card. The key card also is about, you know, setting yourself free, but it also could be about imprisonment. And sometimes these kind of situations make us feel like we are bound, like we have nowhere to go, or we don't know what to do. Sometimes it just helps to sit still for a moment. We don't have to get in everybody's mix. We don't have to defend to the end everyone's cause. We don't even have to do that necessarily all the time for ourselves. Sometimes it's just nice to sit for a moment and kind of assess the situation. So, you know, I get a sense of that when I see these cards here. We have the 28 for house. It's about having a sense of personal identity. It's also, it's about family stability, a safe place, a sanctuary. And again, with the umbrella card, I get a sense that maybe for some of you who did spill the beans and there's now conflict between you and who you told on or ratted on, now you're finding, you know, new friends to find sanctuary with, a new friend family, if you will. But literally speaking, this is people actually moving house or moving and getting literally a new home. And so it could be probably a trying time for you as you navigate all of this. Like I mentioned before, the rat card has come up. Ella, can you get this bag from him, please? Sorry, my dog has something. Okay, so the rat. With the rat, we have, you know, a traitor or untrustworthy person. And it also could represent disease. So this is saying, hey, take care of yourself in June, emotionally, physically, get plenty of rest, drink lots of water. You're going to need it, because especially if those of you who are moving and going through a move at work or at home or a transition like that, where you're getting the key to a new door, going through a new path, going down a new path. For those of you who are doing that, you need rest. But this is, I don't necessarily, okay, so yeah, you could look at like a traitor card, but again, ratting, for better or for worse, a rat is a rat. I don't have any judgments towards it. It's not like, oh, I'm sitting here holding judgment. But you're going to have to make peace with what you decide to do, whether you decide to tell, whether you decide to keep the information to yourself. That's going to be up to you to listen to your intuition and see what would cause the least amount of pain and anguish for anyone and everyone involved. So that's just something to consider. I don't know what it is that you need to share. I don't know if it's something dealing with amongst friends, or maybe it's something you witness at work, or your, family members. It's just something that you witnessed, and now you're having to be confronted with dealing with all the conflicts that come when you know some information. We have stick 25, and 25 is about branching out on your own. It could represent a position of power. And so in this position of what tools can help you, branching out on your own, like I said, taking a moment to yourself, kind of going within, hanging out with family that you trust, friends that you trust, just branching out on your own, even maybe not even hanging out with people, just kind of going within and seeing what else is out there. And, abundance matters. This could be speaking on taking a chance and maybe going off on that limb and being an entrepreneur, or going into a new career or a new line of work, or even a new department at your job, branching out on your own, shaking things up, taking a stick to it and hitting it and seeing if you strike something that's gonna like really sing and work for you. So 64 next to it is arrow. It's like aiming your mark. So having some goals, spending some time when you branch out on your own and go hanging out with yourself, take some time to focus on your goals, focus on what future aspirations you have going on. It's important to do that. Always to analyze kind of where you're at and where you're trying to go and where you've been. And so it's very, very important. And this also could speak to actually falling in love, because we have here next to the Ella, he keeps getting your, can you get your stuff off the table, please? And then go to bed after that. Thank you. Sorry, guys. Late night at the Kim house. Ella, get your backpack off the table. Get your lunch pail, please. Turn the TV off and go to bed. Yes, I sure will, babe. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we have the 64 arrow next to the 59. And so this tells me that there's a potential love thing going on here. We have arrow. It's about shooting at your mark. It does represent falling in love, sending messages between you and a potential love partner. That will happen where you didn't realize that this person was that into you, but they are. And so you guys decide to take a chance. You find that person attractive. And so it's a really nice time for you to take a chance on love. There's some chemistry going on here. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So this is what's speaking to that. So go with that. Use that chemistry. Let that spark, go and ignite into a flame is what Spirit is saying. But also it's important to look at what's going to make your life meaningful for you with this ribbon card, and set goals that are more in alignment with where you're really trying to go, what would be most fitting for you. Love yourself first when you're making goals. Don't make goals for others. Don't make goals to keep up with the Joneses. And you have to ask yourself, you have to be honest with yourself with your goals. Ask yourself, why is this a goal of mine? Truly, what is it about it that makes it mine? And then get clear on that. And by doing that, you're loving yourself first. You're loving your goals enough to honor them by letting them be goals that really represent what's really in alignment with who you are and where you're trying to go. And so I think that's quite powerful. Then we have, as far as the outcome cards, Lighthouse. So we have the Lighthouse card. So what's to come with the Lighthouse is, through it all, you're going to have the strength to weather any storm that comes up this month. So in the month of June, you will be tested with this conflict, this information, this strife that you have to deal with. And in the end, you will be all right. You will be able to have some spiritual growth as a result of this. And there will be help, intuition, guidance, friends who can give you advice, loved ones who give you advice that illuminate something for you. Maybe this reading illuminates something for you in your life and in your situation that's coming or that's currently going on, that's going to continue to go on in June. You will get the light and information that you need to know what you need to do, as we spoke about earlier. We have 37. With 37, it's the pentagram. It's about keeping your humanity. Please, Gemini, I always love how when this card comes up in our readings, it invites us to keep up with our humanity, to make sure that we stay compassionate to ourselves and to others. Love ourselves first. When we love ourselves first, we're loving others as well. And also, the pentagram is about material gain. And I think we can take a look at this in just a moment, but we know that to be true because we have the coin card that's sitting right next to the pentagram. So it is about material gain in June. Perhaps some of you will be getting handsome birthday gifts where you are getting monetary gifts. You are getting people who want to do nice things for you. You are also, and as you look at your birthday month, from May to June for Geminis, you're looking back at your life. You're looking back at your choices, what led you to here. And you're kind of saying, this is where I am. This is where I'm going. So there's a lot of reflection going on. And there is a lot of spiritual growth that's happening. We also know that to be true because of the trumpet card 48, which is about spiritual enlightenment. It's about being able to have it be in tune with spiritual vibrations, frequencies that are more in alignment with where you're trying to go. Some of you will have a real awakening, and some of you will be, having instances where you're having loved ones on the other side or the departed reaching out to you and giving you some wisdom through dreams and just messages that pop up inside of you that you didn't know where it came from. And as a result of that, it's giving you blessed ideas, unlimited ideas. I'm just going to read the cards here. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is to take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. Wow. Successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to you. So again, for some of you who are setting out, branching out on your own, entrepreneur, this is saying, go with it. If you are having an idea, go with it. Don't just let money stop you. Push through that. And then finally, cooperation instead of competition. What's yours is yours, and no one can take it from you. There's no need to compete, as there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnerships, you can accomplish anything. And so this is also what this is all speaking about. So in the month of June, Gemini, there is some emotional and spiritual growth happening for you, and growth in terms of your life purpose. And you're finally, for those who are in a relationship, you may find yourself finally being able to put yourself first, put your dreams first. Your partner's dreams have been on the forefront for so long now. It's time for your dreams to come out and play, if you will. So that's powerful for our coupled up Geminis. Go with that. It may cause conflict with your partner. They may not be used to you putting yourself first and loving yourself first, but it'll be good for the both of you if you start to do that. Okay. So yeah, that's uber important. And then finally, we have, like I said, chemistry for both those who are seeking love. You, like I mentioned earlier, the arrow seems to suggest that you'll be having some, summer time love for us northern hemisphere folk, and some winter time love for us southern hemisphere folk. And chemistry in the couples. There will be a lot of chemistry and connections and sensual connections going on. So it will be an interesting month for Gemini. And I wish you nothing but love and success and abundance. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for dealing with my interruptions. So sorry about that. And I'll see you all in the next video. Mwah. Bye.